What is good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Boy Talk. Um, we got a question, man. Was Ironheart terrible? I'm telling you, I've been seeing reviews on it. I really don't like what I've been seeing. But first and foremost, we got my greatest co-hosts here in the world. We got Mr. G the Six, Mr. Ghost. Jay, what's your week been like, sir?
It's been hectic on the adulting side, but as far as fun and creativity, business is booming.
I hear that. Mr. Ghost, what about you?
Boy, it been rough all the way around. Static nerve acting crazy, losing
Ah,
followers.
man.
I ain't
But at
been
least
eating
you
as
got
much.
you not have been. Yeah, everybody's
Bro,
struggling.
I've been getting
Hey,
home
man.
and whatever I ate before I got home was the last thing I ate. I go to sleep and wake up in the morning like, damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah, nah, that's not usual for you. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? My boy need to be fed. Listen, I feel y'all on that, man. It's been kind of a rough time for me too. As I told y'all, the fam is away right now. Your boy is on zombie mode every day. I'm just that's how I'm getting through my days. So floating and yeah, surviving. That's what we doing out here.
What
But
was that song? Sick of being lonely?
yeah,
because lonely,
listen.
No.
lonely.
We talking about Field Mob.
Oh,
BT
how
Uncut video.
Hey, listen. I I ran into a situation where I was looking and I'm like, because I was contemplating. This is on a food subject here. I just want to put that out. Um, I was contemplating what to eat. Okay,
Hmm.
and I never realized. I mean, I guess I did realize, but I kind of didn't. DoorDash fees is crazy,
We was telling you that last
crazy,
week.
No. What?
crazy. I don't know why I don't know. I know I've probably said it before. I know y'all have said it to me before, but it's
Multiple.
one of those things where you run into it and it happens to pop up again. And you like, yo, I can't do this. I'm gonna be broke if I keep ordering through them. Miss Yolanda in the building. How you doing, Miss?
Miss
Listen,
Yolanda.
y'all.
We missed you. We
For
missed you.
those of you, we have missed you, and welcome back to the big screen because you and Hendo did y'all thing, but we
Right?
expect more. We expect more.
Much more.
If y'all not subscribed to Ravens Talk with Yolanda, go sub now. Football season's coming. All the fire content is coming. I guarantee it. All right. So
Stand by.
go jump in on that while you can.
And you can learn how to eat healthy while you're over there too.
So right in the midst of I was in the mood for some
Did they just hit
I
us
don't know,
with a
go get
side
Popeyes.
profile? What's going
I
on
think
there?
he did. I tried to just float past it. You
No, we
clearly
not let
wasn't
that
gonna let
slide.
me.
He gave us a whole side profile. He hit us with the Carlton Barker.
Listen. So I was gonna order Popeyes. My daughter wanted Popeyes. So I was gonna order the Popeyes.
Can't beat it
It was
sometimes.
cheaper to order from the pizza place straight from them for them to deliver than it was to order from, some Popeyes through DoorDash, bro.
Or you could just drop to the establishment and get it yourself. Just saying.
Uh, hey, so listen, I told her, I said, let's go out. We can go to a restaurant, we go to the store, go shopping, get some food, whatever we gotta do, right?
Ain't the pizza Hut buffet. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
She didn't want to
For
hear
you
me,
know
it's
what
you.
she
Mac.
said?
Come on, bro.
She straight said, "Nuh-uh." She's on some lazy. Nah, I ain't going nowhere.
But
Oh, come
ain't that what
on,
you told
man.
us last week when we said them fees be too high? You said nah, it comes right
I ain't
here.
walk.
Y'all
I
tripping.
ain't
I'm not
walking. It's
going
like I
nowhere.
ain't walking. You know.
Hey, it was in my defense. When we had that conversation, it was 90 plus outside. I wasn't trying to have nothing to do with that.
That's the norm for Texas.
I was okay. That's why I don't live
All
in
right.
Texas.
Hey, y'all got Pizza Ranch
let's
in
put that
Texas?
out there.
Pizza Ranch, but
Yeah,
I probably look that
they
up.
got it in the Midwest. It's like a pizza, it's like a pizza all you can eat bar type thing. It's like CC's but way better.
Mm. Let's see. Pizza Ranch near me. Figure that out now. And we do. Wait, hold on. No, I'm
He
lying.
said, "Learn
I don't
something
know
new
what this
every day."
is. 46th Street, New York style pizzeria, Alamo Ranch. No, that's something different. That's way different. I'm sorry.
He lied. All right, he lied. He said, "Yeah, we do," and he said, "No, no, we don't." He's lying. Something's a lie. Either you do or you don't.
Because me, and me, how my dyslexia works is,
You know what? This frustrates me because Jay, you're supposed to be our search guy on this show. Okay, you're supposed to be the quick searcher on the show. All right,
What's your zip
but then
code,
just
Jay?
like
again, I blame you.
LBHT
I blame you
has
because it's
Rodney.
been a
You're
minute.
supposed to be our
It's been a
Rodney.
minute.
All
Focus.
Is it 78245?
78645.
And let me put the sticks down. Actually, focus. I'm using one hand.
The man's playing
No,
the
I
game
don't think
instead
so.
of focusing. I can't even blame you, bro. I can't even blame you.
What you mean? A lot of games just came out. Hell, the fucking state of play
Ah,
came out for Ghost
there's
of
not one in
I hear
Texas.
that name. So now I don't see one. I see Colorado, Iowa, pretty much every other state other than ours. Well, I hope this is coming soon though. Get a rich. Great Falls, New York.
Oh, not
Yeah,
in
yeah,
person.
whatever, bro. I get it though. Inside jokes.
Bro, even their
Illinois,
salad.
Minnesota,
I don't know what it is about that place,
Wisconsin,
but I went in there.
Kentucky.
I got salad off the buffet. Oh, that joint was good. We went about 3-4 times in that week and a half that we was in where was that? It was Wisconsin.
Hey, you find a good spot. You gotta enjoy it while you can, right?
All right.
Bro, they had a fake me out Benihana's. When I tell you I was some kind of mad.
Bro.
Not to say Benny Hines.
It
So
was bruh. They had the little cook grill in front of you. There's like, oh, we only do that from this time to this time. It was like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm like, whose man's is this?
the supreme hours, 7 p.m. to
Right.
9 p.m. It don't be no old people in there at that time.
Right. Brought the food out. It's coming from the
Young
kitchen. It
people
still ain't
only.
good. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, they charging
Those
Benihana
young people
prices too.
only
Like, they
hours.
confident.
Yeah. So you got to be in this economy, or you gonna go? No.
Hey, listen, I was about to say, in this economy, everybody charges those prices, to be
You
honest with
feel
you.
me, bro?
Bro,
This was a year and a
McDonald's
half ago.
fries went from what,
They're like
$1
$4
to
one.
$5 now. They $4.99 out here for a large.
They like, I think they what, $4.15 or something for a large out of this joint. I get that dollar drink that gets you a free any size large fry. Yeah, that's how we doing that.
All right.
Crazy. Inflation crazy. And they say right now inflation is down to
All
2%.
right. Ooh.
Ooh, right?
Let,
It was
let, let's
at
say
four.
between
So
me and
just to
you,
compare,
if you
it was at 4.5.
eat one of them snack wraps,
Hell
you're
no.
gonna be pissed.
I haven't
I
got one.
figured
I don't plan on it.
that. Why the
They
hell am
drenched
I?
that joint. They drenched it in ranch, some fake shredded cheese, and lettuce. They ain't even got no tomato in the joint. And a spicy one. I don't even know. It don't even have no taste to it. It's just spicy for no reason.
Well, you know what?
Even from the promo, why the hell am I paying $2 something for a snack wrap I can make at home?
Well, you know what? That's the same as Popeyes, right? Their snack wrap, you get one piece of chicken with some lettuce and that little tiny
What
wrap it's in.
the snack wrap? They use the McCrispy strip.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good business, but still lazy though. I ain't gonna hold her.
It is. All they did
Bruh,
was copy. They brought it back, but they copied what Popeyes did.
we used to get
There's
we
like,
used to
they
get a
just giving you
tender,
one piece of
some
chicken in
lettuce,
there. All
tomato,
right.
a little bit of cheese, and some sauce.
Nah,
I need
nah.
Chick-fil-A to save the snack wrap. I need them to put a tender in a little tortilla, roll that thing like a good blunt. Put their ranch herb sauce in that thing with a little Chick-fil-A sauce.
Mm-hmm.
We in there.
Bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. I think Chick-fil-A's chicken. You know what? I think Chick-fil-A's food, well, outside of the mac and cheese, is nasty. I don't even eat it.
Fair enough.
Don't like it, bro. Don't like it.
I
And
mean, I can't.
somehow it went from him having like I used to love their fries. Their waffle fries used to be nice and crispy every time I got them, delicious. Now
Shit,
they soggy every time I go.
I don't know about yours. I
But
don't know
don't
about
get
yours.
the end of don't get the end of the waffle fry. That joint tastes like you just got like you ordered a baked potato with no seasoning.
Dang,
Bro,
dang, son.
that's what I get every time I go. Anytime I just randomly, I will randomly. I don't go there like that. My lady will tell you that. It's usually when the kids ask for it, right? Any random time we decide to go because
Quiet.
the kids ask for it, I get crap. I taste it. I'm like, the best thing
But
they
when he
got
get
for me is the
that
salad.
Fanta ice cream combo that he don't be tripping.
That's different. That,
It was why you gotta move the
that's
goalposts?
different. Like that's different. That ain't food. That's dessert. Like that's a drink.
Hey, ain't y'all supposed to be
Right?
focused on this Ironheart thing? Look, you supposed to be talking about Ironheart. Y'all need to focus.
Ironheart is the main event. Ain't nothing wrong with
Man,
a little
I got
banter, of course.
ADHD, bro. So
But yes,
you can't hold me accountable.
let's get into it. Let's get into Ironheart. Let's get into Ironheart. And Mr. Ghost keeping us focused here on this beautiful Friday evening.
All right,
Which ain't that a shocker? That's some backward stuff right there. He's usually the one that's
Exactly.
off. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
man.
Anyway,
Most first that shit.
here in the Twilight Zone. So Ironheart. I'm hearing reviews left and right. People, oh, this was trash. This is the worst series they've put out.
No,
Um,
nah,
I even saw people say it was worse than Secret Invasion.
nah. They tripping out. They meat
So
riding. You know.
I mean, who are you meet riding at that point? DC maybe? I
I
don't
don't
know who
know,
you
bro.
meet right at
Something.
that point where you got to say
They yeehaw or something.
now. Is it because now I even heard somebody say they hated the series because they don't like Riri Williams' voice. So maybe that's what the hate is about. You know, the pigmentation of the lead role.
Wow.
I mean, they want her to sound like Rogue. She's supposed to be trying to be sexy or something. I mean,
I I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You never know what it is with what these people think out here. But on the same hand, I think not only did she do a phenomenal job, I
Right.
think they did a great job of what they
casting
did
the
with
best
her
friend.
character. Yeah, I'll do the best friend too. Yeah, I like what they did, man. So when the first episode, I was like, it's all right. You know, I could watch it. It wasn't terrible. It's like but the show got better and better as it went on,
Yeah, they did.
and that I can appreciate. You know what I mean? I think they're. I'm hoping for a season 2 at some point because
I
the
think they
way you
would.
left off, yeah, the way you left off,
Yeah, but saying that cliffhanger, I was like, wait, David, hold on.
yeah, and as the reason we took so long to put this episode out talking about Ironheart is we wanted to give everybody a chance to watch it before we got out here with spoilers and everything like that. So let's just say right what it is. You end the show with the revealing for the first time in the MCU of Mephisto. And the just the him stirring his drink and then you see his reflection, his true reflection in the spoon. I saw it and I was like,
I was
wait,
I'm thinking
what
like,
is
I
that?
know that guy.
I had to rewind, play it again, and pause it just right. I was like, we got Mephisto. I darn near did laps in the living room because I've been waiting
What's
for
with the
this.
baby fingers?
What?
Why you baby clawing over here?
Who is? I did
You
that.
was just, we had to rewind. What's he doing
Oh,
with baby
I didn't
claws?
realize I did that. I just said we had to rewind this. I had to
But
rewind it.
he been around the
Like
daughter
I'm
way too
thinking of
much.
like when you flick
Clock his
and
teeth.
rewind.
Clock
Like that's
his
what I was thinking. I was thinking when you flick and rewind. I wasn't doing down like this. I was doing like this. But okay. Um.
Rex, let it
So
go.
yeah. I'm trying to let everything go. Listen. So I had to rewind it and catch it. And the reason it excites me is because there's a series I'm waiting for or a movie, whatever they're
Mhm.
gonna do, which would be probably my favorite that's gonna come. For me personally, the Midnight Suns. Okay, Mephisto plays a big part of that. So having him finally in the MCU means we're more than likely, if not definitely, gonna get that series and or a movie. Um, it excited
You
me
played the game
very
when it came
much,
out?
but no,
It was terrible.
I
It
did not
was.
play it. I did not play it because of fear of disappointment. As crazy as that sounds,
We should
I'm
ask Jay to
I'm one
play
of
it on
those.
Twitch.
I'm one
I'm
of
not
those
playing
that
that
usually
game
wait
again.
and I'll watch somebody play parts of it to see what I think of it, and that's
I mean,
exactly what I did,
for
and
Twitch
I ended up
purposes,
not getting it.
maybe. Maybe.
You should, Jay. Play it on
It
Twitch.
was a free game.
It is. It still is.
Yeah, it still is. Play it on Twitch.
That's how ass it
Hey,
was.
they got Crazy Taxi on there?
I can look right now. I don't think so, though.
So Riri Williams' character development. Now this show picks up with her after the whole Wakanda situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a pretty good job. But the first question I asked, honestly, because there's plot holes in everything, right?
No, you don't.
First thing I said was, if she's having financial trouble, why not just call the Wakandans and be like, yo, let me get a loan? Like, I helped save y'all home.
She did
Break
answer
me
that.
off with something. She did eventually. But I'm saying going episode to episode, that's what I thought. That's why I said the first thing I thought, in that first episode, because she didn't answer that until later in the show. That first episode, I was like, just call the Wakandans, bro. Ask for a loan. That was literally my mindset. But like you said, later in the series, she answered that.
Mm-hmm.
So they did their best with what they had, and I think they did very well. Parker, the Hood, and his
Mm-hmm.
goons. I like what they did with that. Some people complain that they didn't give enough story to the rest of the people that was with the Hood, but to me, it's not one of those things where you really need it because based off how the series went, I don't think you'll necessarily be seeing them again.
Give or take.
Oh, they
Marvel.
just wanted to see the 7-foot man woman thing.
So we're trying not to get canceled here, sir. Yeah, yeah. On that note,
That motherfucker went tall.
so here's my thing, right?
Easy.
How many of us knew for a fact we were going to see Parker again at the end of the show? Because once she walked out and didn't get Parker arrested, didn't kill you beat him and then what? Just walked away. Just walked away. You didn't make sure he got arrested. You didn't kill him. Any of that, which is fine if you don't want to kill him. I understand. But you just walked away. Like you didn't call no cops. None of that. What did you think was gonna happen? Like we're gonna see him again, and it's gonna be interesting where his story arc goes from here too. But Parker and Riri are, if you look at the story comparison from the start of the show to the end, they're a lot more alike than people realize, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like the story so much. Because Riri's battling basically with she's cocky when it comes to her intelligence, but she's battling her back and forth with her morals throughout the entire show, and she doesn't seem to realize how selfish she is, and how her doing anything to build this iron suit is hurting the people that she cares about, and she's making these decisions and that does what she feels is best for her without even thinking of anybody else first. And it's a very deep rooted seed into this character because obviously at the end we see, does she take Mephisto's deal to bring her friend back or does she not? Was it just a vision, her trying to visualize what it would be like? I don't know. That's why we need another season. But Jay,
What
give
was
me
it? Was it only the friend? What about the
the
stepfather?
the stepfather she didn't ask for back though. Remember? that at at the end she was making a deal. She was about to make a deal with Mephisto. Now, if she actually made the deal, we don't know, but it seems as if she did because
Mhm.
it showed her in the post credit scene hugging the friend in the garage, and then the lines that were appearing on Parker appears on her arm. So we'll see if she actually made the deal with the devil. Um, it'll be interesting. But Ghost, you seem like you one a confused look, but you definitely got something to say on the topic. So I'll let you go ahead and open it up. You tell me what you thought and what were your key moments.
I mean, are we talking about the whole thing or just about that scene?
The whole thing, yeah, no, the whole thing, that scene. Just fill me in on a little bit of everything.
So people are, oh, it's so terrible because she was saying if Tony Stark didn't have billions of dollars, he would be Tony Stark. And then they show like little clips. So Tony Stark made this out of this. Well, that's adult Tony Stark after he had the billions of dollars to play around with. So yeah, he knows some things since he was able to R&D. I don't know for the last 30 something years. If she R&D
Mhm.
something, it's with the $50 junkyard parts that she bought. So if it fails, she now has to figure out a way to get this money to get back to the stage she was at just to continue. Yes, they're both just as smart. And yes, he can now make stuff out of cheap stuff. But like one guy said, the stuff that was in that cave was all Stark Industry stuff.
Yep.
So
It was
he
stolen.
literally
But
took,
there.
well, it wasn't even stolen because remember, Stain sold it to those people. So it wasn't
You're
even
right.
stolen.
My apologies.
His company made money off of that being sold to promote war on both sides. That's how his company was making money. He knew his company was making money that way. It just didn't affect him till he got caught up in it. But all the stuff he made in that cave was literally out of the stuff that Stark Tech Industries had already created. And if people say, "Oh, well, the Iron Man, he, he crashed his suit, and the boy in the barn found him, whatnot." Yeah, he made some low tech stuff. A fake gun, wired something that could electrocute somebody. I mean, Riri could make the same thing, but to make the actual suit and everything else that he made, that was millions of dollars of R&D and this, that, and the third. He blew a hole in the side of the house at one point in the first Iron Man. He's a couple
Don't
suits
forget the
caught on
AI
fire.
assistant.
Right, the AI assistant that he already had built, the robots that he had running around putting out fires and building this, that, and the third, almost getting hit in the nuts with his own helmet. That was millions of dollars, Iron Man. So you're comparing this girl who ain't even finished MIT, a guy who's been a billionaire since he was born. And even one guy quoted, he said, "What do you without a suit? Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. What is she without the suit? 18 to 22-year-old girl in the middle of Chicago who lost her family to gun violence, which is why she wants to make a suit because she lost her best friend and her, I guess you say godfather, stepfather to gun violence. So they're like, oh, well, she just wants to make a suit like Tony Stark. She didn't want to make a suit like Tony Stark until she needed a suit like Tony Stark to protect people.
So for
She
to answer
doesn't.
that question, she did not have tech. They actually left. They didn't let her keep the suit. If you remember, at the end of that, they left the
Said,
suit in Wakanda.
She was building a suit at MIT, which she took, but then MIT shut the suit down. So she
heinous.
then had to start making her suit again out of an AI she created slightly by accident, trying to scan her own brain and whatnot, and $55 worth of junk parts.
I said, "Damn, no love from the motherland."
Yeah.
Well, again, she probably could have, like I mentioned earlier, she probably could have, made a trip and said, or made a call, or something, and say, "Hey,
Hey,
I need a hand."
Shuri.
But she kind of just didn't want to, out of her own pride and all that.
And then Wakanda still, dealing with, the loss of, Black Panther, the loss of the Queen. As of right now, Wakanda going through it, right? Like, hey, bro.
Yeah, and that's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of now that you picked up Riri from that point, and she mentions that she was there in the show. Now, do you take that movie and how do you retcon that movie now? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because they're talking about casting another T'Challa, and not a T'Challa Junior. They're talking about, you know. So if you do that, you kind of got to retcon that movie and redo it. Isn't she a genius just like Tony? We can have more genius because Mark and Tony both genius. Listen,
No,
yes,
so just screw Shuri then.
she is a genius, but again, that's what Mr. Ghost was just speaking of. She doesn't have the funds to back her.
True.
You know what I'm saying? This is a teenage girl who's broke living in Chicago. She doesn't have the funds to back her, and it's not like she could just call up like the Avengers or anybody else and say, "Hey, I work for y'all," because she doesn't. You know, outside of the Wakanda situation, and that was because they were actually looking for her to kill her. Outside of that situation, she really has no effect on the MCU other than, before that. So it's really no
I would
reason for
watch
her.
it.
She's not actually attached to
Any group.
anybody else. Yeah, I'm just asking questions because I haven't seen it yet. I've been
Me
thinking
neither.
definitely you definitely got to watch it. In that case, I don't know if you want to stick around because of spoilers, but I definitely watch it because there's a big character reveal at the end. Um, so yeah, I'd go watch it. I'd go watch it. But if I appreciate you being here, but I also don't want to drop too many spoilers on you because we're getting deep into the show with our talk today, and Mr. J the Six was about to give his standpoint on what happened in the show.
I mean, ain't no more I can say. But nah, I
Oh,
guess my
go ahead, go
uh,
ahead. He said let it loose. He said it was already spoiled for him.
so
So
oh
all right,
damn. Nah, but just to add on what Ghost I said, I guess my own excitement. Yes, I'm excited for Mephisto. Just to cut it short, uh, do you think we will get Ghost Rider? No, no, next, not next, but like kind of sworn down the road. I've been hearing kind of like people saying like, oh, no, we're kind of we want the what's his name, the Johnny Blaze version of Ghost Rider. So, but then again, with the Mephisto dealing with the dark arts, will it clash with the Covenant that Doctor Strange, runs over that little group over there? So there's a lot of questions.
Well, the young girl who was doing the wizardry, she actually is the one who does the Strange Academy. So they've been talking about
Hmm.
doing that. So Hokage, they've actually been talking
What's
about
good,
doing
Matt?
the Strange Academy with her as kind of like one of the teachers teaching the younger generation of wizards or sorcerers, as you may call them, either one, let it be anime
Hmm.
or whatnot, different names, different things, all the same as far as I'm concerned. But she kind of is in that whole loop over there, and the Ghost Rider angle, I think it's a little far off because the thing is, Fisto was saying he has different people with different places doing different things, and he was telling her to worry about herself, not whoever else that he has influence. So it's kind of just
Okay.
like he was basically like saying, "Don't worry about these other people. Just worry about me and your relationship." Because I think as far as his powers goes, he absorbs souls. Like the more souls he has to absorb, the stronger he can get.
yeah, and that's what
So
leaves the marks on a person's body.
right, he's here, there, and everywhere. So he's not really in one place. Like if him and Ghost Rider already have a pact, he's not gonna pop up on Ghost Rider unless really Ghost Rider's call for him. That's why, like the
That and
Hood
Ghost Rider
was
can
pretty
actually
much
kill his ass.
right. That's why the Hood was like, "Where you at? Why are you doing this? Why are you like questioning him and stuff?" And then he eventually he appeared like, "Yo, I don't answer to you, just so you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like you
that's
make
one
a
of the
deal with
reasons
him,
I
you
can't wait for
might
Midnight Suns, man. So like, think about that turmoil with Ghost Rider, you know, Moon Knight. It's Blade. Oh man,
But
it's gonna be a
Marvel got gave Blade the Blade script correct in the first place. So
Yeah. So it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see what comes of that because, like you said, Mephisto, you know, having and then I think it was huge for him to say, exactly what he said, where he's like, "Oh, I've got other people to tend to that I'm working with." That's huge because that kind of retcons him into the whole MCU. Because who has he been making these backdoor deals with?
All right.
And then didn't
And
he say
he
something like
straight
he cursed
insulted
out like
Dormammu.
14 kings or something like that? 14 kings
Yep.
and a pope. Like I was like, wow, he got
President.
real specific. Yeah. I think it was awesome, man. Just now and that's one of the things I was gonna ask y'all. Um Speculation. Who do you think he's had deals with in the MCU? Based off what you've seen in the MCU so far, who do you think are some of those people where he's like,
Well, what was the thing? I know. I'm pretty sure Mordo will be one of them if he's not already. And he was talking about what's it, Cakeless or whatever his name is, the one from Doctor Strange movie in the first place, the one who was serving Dormammu, who had all the
yeah,
lines
yeah,
and stuff all over.
Mamamoo. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, it's apparent some of those, but I mean, we haven't seen anybody in an MCU that has had those strange black marks on them throughout the movies.
But do they all have to have the strange? Because it could be the marks
The
was
more they use,
specifically because he was using his power. Maybe they're not using his power, but they're using his influence, so it doesn't cause the marks,
Hmm.
that's
unless
part of it.
you
That's part of his thing. His
say,
influence and basically he gives you the tools that you need to get what you need to get to. So if you need
yeah,
influence to become president, when you're influencing people, those tattoos start to grow on you. It's like when remember Juggernaut is the avatar of Sitarak.
hmm
So you know, so when said, "Hey, Juggernaut serving somebody else, let me be your avatar." The more Colossus used that avatar of the Juggernaut, he would fall deeper into it. He would get stuck into like he'd get stuck into it, like Bruce Banner
hmm
gets stuck to being the Hulk, and it would just take over more and more as he used it more and more. And that's kind of how Mephisto is the same way. So eventually, if you're using it too much, it's gonna grow down your arms. It's gonna like if you're wearing, if you're not wearing full body cover, like eventually you use it enough,
so let's
it's
think
going to
about
get
that.
out.
Let's think about that, right? But can it? What I'm saying is, can it show itself in a different form? Maybe like a Killmonger, because you got to wonder how does Killmonger go from being a kid that was left alone in an apartment with a dead parent
He
to the
became he went
power that he
he
came up
turned
with?
but he turned to the streets and then he ended up in literally one of the hardest versions of the Marines, and that's why all those little things are different kills that he's had. He's like
Well,
all
yeah,
these
no, I know
skills you see
that.
are all kills. So he became one of those guys that when America wants to overthrow a sheik or whoever it is and whatever destabilize a country, he's one of the 50 people that they would send to get the job done. So
I
he's
know
had
that,
all the expert training. That's why,
but
T'Challa's fighting with them and, he's getting his butt kicked is because this man has strong conviction and training. You're
yeah,
fighting
no,
because
no,
you
I
know, okay,
understand that.
well, this is a guy.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, could it be that he was influenced to go that way by someone like a Mephisto? Like, think about
He
that.
would
Just to slide it in there, just to say, hey, don't you want payback on the people that did this to you? Just kind of whispering
but
in his ear. Doesn't necessarily have
but
to
the
be a
thing
deal
is,
that was made.
but that's the thing, it would have to do something. It would need to be a deal. He wanted that payback from the time he saw that ship fly off and he walked upside and his father was dead. That was in place. Nobody had to say anything. That was gonna happen.
Yeah, but you know what? There's situations like that
And then
where
you had
you see
Claw,
that and you don't get that revenge because you don't have the means to get the revenge, right?
but he also had Claw, who was trying
So
to be his quote unquote mentor. So that was also another split off into okay, this guy
yeah, I
knows
know,
where Wakanda is, and he can help me get done what I need to get done. And once he got there,
but
he
Claude didn't
killed him
come
and
into.
said, "Hey,
He would have had to. So the point I guess I'm making is, what if there was an influence, whether it be on him or even Claw, to get those two in contact in the first place. I'm just saying, I'm just putting out different things, different options where he could have been there to whisper in somebody's ear. Like even for instance, in Spider-Man, was it No Way Home? I think it was the last one. Was the last Spider-Man? I
I
forgot which
think it
one
was
was
No
the
Way
last
Home.
one. And Spider-Man No Way Home. The Start, the dude that used to work for Start, that became Mysterio, I think it was,
Yeah,
right?
no
Was
way
it
home.
Mysterio? Okay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Two Ghosts, because you said it too. That dude, what if he got a whisper from Mephisto? These are just things to point out that these people could have been influenced by him because a lot of them, and I'm just pointing out people that came up that didn't really have anything or any way to get to the top. And then
Now,
you see
see,
them
well,
all of a sudden they become
for the
corrupt.
for the MCU to have to do that, it would have to be a deviation from origin stories because Mysterio's little cuckoo. He feels like, hey,
Yeah.
this is owed to me X Y Z. So it'd be one of them things where Marvel would be kind of changing a story here or there to make this relevant. And with them, you never know. It'd be some stupid like the third guy to the left of Ant Man in this certain scene, Mephisto said something to him, and he told Ant Man this. It'd be something stupid like that, like 6 degrees of
Yeah.
separation type of shit. Everybody leads back to Kevin Bacon somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. That's why we spitball like this because you never know which
Oh,
because I don't think it's
oh,
going to be any of the main characters at all. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a character that's been in the scene but off to the side. That maybe got some power that they probably shouldn't have, or in a
it's
rank
gonna be one of the
somewhere
scrolls
where
from
they shouldn't
Alien
be.
Invasion. That's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be that would be
Hell
terrible.
no.
That would be so terrible.
Nah, don't put
But
that in the universe.
don't yeah, please don't put that in the universe. That would be so bad, bro. That would be so bad. And then you got to believe that they're going to use this to bring certain people back to life in the MCU as well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember Rhodey can walk again because it was an invisible scroll the whole time.
What, what are the chances they say Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom because Mephisto brought him back from the dead?
Possible.
It's entirely possible, but I would hope they wouldn't do that. I would hope it would be something that happened because of the snap, but
So what? So I
there
didn't watch
it's a
this
hundred
movie.
percent possible.
So how does Doctor Doom get his powers in this version where that they're coming up with? Because I mean, he was supposed to
With
go
the
to
third
space with
eye.
the Fantastic Four. Remember,
I
he
don't
went to
I don't
space with
believe.
Fantastic Four. That's how he got his power. So how they gonna do this with Robert Downey Jr.? He's just gonna magically be Doctor Doom his whole life.
Well, so apparently it's has something to do with the multiverse and everything and the excursion, and it has something to do with the snap and everything that's going on. So that's why I said I think they're going to say it was caused from the snap. He had always had that kind of Doctor Doom mentality to him, but when he snapped, that's when he actually became Doctor Doom. But um, there's some type of because it's gonna come from it's supposed to be first off he's supposed to be Doctor Doom from another universe,
Mhm.
one of the other MCU universes. So it's not like he's from 616 that we've been on. He's from another universe. But they're gonna say I think they were saying something about the step might have had something to do with it. I'm not sure how they're doing it yet. They haven't quite spilled the beans on
Oh,
that yet.
I get it. It's gonna be like Calypso from Twisted Metal. He just he made the wish and it got twisted up somehow. Just things happen, huh?
It's almost like the whole Spider-Man situation in No
Right, where
Way
he
Home, where
kept on.
he wished everybody would forget who he was, and then the whole
Even
spell
MJ.
went backwards, and it ripped
He
holes in
had
the
kept on adding
universe.
on to it. Dr. Strange just kept telling him to shut the hell up, but he wouldn't listen.
Yeah, so it's gonna be similar to that. They have ties to it. There's been people saying that Mephisto may pop up in the next Spider-Man movie. I hope not.
I don't
I
see it.
actually, this is gonna sound weird. I actually don't want to see Mephisto until Midnight Suns or in the background of other TV series that they do. I don't necessarily need to see him injected into the movies just because you brought him into the universe now. Until it's time for a big battle with Mephisto. I don't really want to see him in the background in the big movies.
So here's what I want. I want Mephisto doing stanky leg.
No, this ain't gonna be how the
We ain't
She
doing
Hulk
that, bro.
was. All right.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing.
Even though
And
She Hulk was no good by itself, I'm just saying some scenes like her,
yeah,
twerking with Mickey, what was it? No, Megan, the Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion was that really necessary?
yeah, it
Bruh,
wasn't
somebody
necessary, but they did it
literally
for a
was
reason, though.
like, well, they did it because Megan Thee Stallion wanted to do it, and then the girl was a fan of Megan Thee Stallion, so of course she wanted to do it. But somebody was like, "How you look better as She-Hulk than you do in real life?" And I was just like,
That's
"I'm
tough.
gonna head out now. I'm gonna head out now.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
That has
That would
to
have hurt my soul.
hurt.
Yeah, that would hurt my soul. But
I need the
so
emotional damage thing right now."
so here's the thing, right? Um, I 100% was okay with She-Hulk because it was almost like it was supposed to be a comedy series for the most part,
And it was, I think,
and it
did I
hit the
guys
nail on the head as far as comedy goes because
breaking the
it,
fourth wall? You know,
yes, and they did a lot of that.
it's good, Jose.
Jose in the building, one half of LBHT. Listen, y'all ain't watching Lunch Break Hot Take every Wednesday
Every
at
Wednesday,
7:15 Eastern Standard Time.
6:15
Then
for me,
I don't know what you're doing with your life. Get it together. Get on track. All right. It's one of the hottest shows going. Get
if
up
Yeah,
not
there.
the
6:15 Central.
I said 7:15 Eastern Standard Time.
I was being an
And then he
asshole.
said 6:15, but he forgot to say Central.
Yeah, he said 6:15 my time. That's what he said. That's what he said. He ain't say Central at all. He just said my time. Like
But
people knew
then,
where he was automatically.
I mean, y'all should at this point.
I mean,
I mean, nobody
I
else might
guess,
not know. Somebody
but
from Budapest might
we
be
do.
watching,
But
and be
what
like,
about
"What's
you?
6:15 his times?"
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But people should be able to do the time conversion anyway. Okay, all you got to do is look it up.
You just got to remember, Black Widow and Hawkeye remember Budapest differently.
I'm gonna leave that alone because we are not referencing old movie um, lines here, especially ones that still don't make sense. Anyway,
Do you?
speaking of Black Widow, going forward, I mean, how many of these characters are they bringing back from the dead for uh this whole series they got coming up of Avenger movies? I know they said Rogers is supposed to come back,
That's
so
automatic.
he's gonna be in it. Um, I mean, what was the purpose? If you were gonna go this route,
Hmm.
do y'all feel they should have went this route before Thanos did the snap? But I mean, I can see how the snap can. They're using the snap as a reason to cause it, to cause a lot of the issues they have in the MCU right now, and the different excursions of the universe and everything. But
Hmm.
really, you could have avoided the snap and just used the Loki series to do that.
Oh yeah, the time variant authority. How them?
Yeah, you got the TVA. The TVA's been messing with stuff all the time. The Loki
Very
series
good,
took care of that.
very good series, by the way. I liked
Well,
it.
at the end of the TVA, remember they showed that pretty much the TVA wasn't as legit as it was supposed to be. It was one guy who saw the end and was trying to change his fate.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying the series took care of the whole messing up the universes. So they could have just used that to mess up to screw up the universes. Then beginning with the snap is all I was saying. But yeah,
Well,
I,
didn't
I
they
know the
just use?
TVA was really just Kang.
Yeah, but didn't they just use Loki to like make all the different
Yeah, he's
timelines and
holding it all
whatnot?
together right now.
But
Yeah,
he
right.
is the stone.
Yeah, he's holding it all together right now. So, and he's supposed to be in the series for the next movie. I believe he's supposed to be in there. He has a major part in there, if I'm not mistaken. So, if that's the case, who's holding the universe together?
Right.
Are you going to tell me it's just a different Loki from a different universe? Because that's the excuse they're carrying right now. Is, oh yeah, it's Steve Rogers, but your Steve Rogers is dead. This was from Earth 323. You know what I mean? This one's from Earth 114.
Well, Earth 619
You know what I'm saying? With
or Spider
Rey
Man from Earth
Mysterio.
2099.
That's what I'm saying though. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get very messy because you gotta tie all this
Because
stuff
of
in
Secret
one way
Wars
or
and all that.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Secret
So
Wars.
it's gonna get very
Uh,
messy.
I'm so scared.
But
I'm so scared for what they plan for that movie. It's
so the plan, all right. So what I did here, the planned ending is basically to set where all the universes combine into one, and you'll have people from different universes plucked and put into this one. That's how we're gonna end up with the X-Men. How we're gonna end up with the Fantastic Four and all of those guys all in one universe. Is that the universe is gonna end up having an incursion from the wars, and they're gonna combine into one. So at that point, if it's combined
just
into
gonna be
one
so.
universe, you technically don't need
so
Loki at the end over there at the end of time holding stuff together anymore, right? We'll see.
mm.
There's also rumors of bringing back Kang, who obviously plays a big part in this. Um, as far as Mephisto, they're saying he might have had something to do with um Nathaniel Richards kidnapping. You know, so as a baby, that's what I think. Doctor Doom did that. So we'll see where it goes with everything. I don't know because we know
Nathan or
Doctor
Franklin?
Doom thinks he's the all. Yep, Franklin. Sorry, Franklin. Yes, Franklin.
Okay, I'm about to, but how you gonna kidnap somebody who's basically like omnipotent from birth?
Yeah. That was no. That was my fault. I meant to say Franklin. I said the wrong name.
But
So
I mean,
yeah.
Franklin is like beyond OP. So like even as a child, he was making pocket universes. So how are you gonna kidnap this kid?
Well, they're saying Doctor Doom did it. I believe Doctor Doom did it in the comics too. So they're gonna go through with that story. I believe they're going
That
through with
child
that
gonna sneeze and
story.
Doctor Doom
And I
ain't gonna
think
exist no
they're
more.
trying to put Mephisto in there somehow. So we'll see. Hello, Miss J.
Your
I
boss
mean,
has
Miss
arrived.
K.
Oh, you funny. All right.
Look, Miss J, you better start calling him Mr. K.
Right?
Nice ring to it. Nice ring to it.
We got K6 in the building.
See, that was just disrespectful.
Listen,
Jay, the rock in the hard place. He defended himself too harsh. He was like, "So you got a problem with my name?"
right, right. So, all right. So, what do y'all think about that? Like, what if when's the next time you would like to see Mephisto? If at all, maybe you guys don't really like Mephisto's. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't care for him. I know. Speak with Jay. Jay was rather excited about it. So yeah, Jay, you
Just
tell me
the,
when's the next time you'd like to see Mephisto?
like just the potential of what it can open up. I mean, of course, Marvel can go every which way because there's so many comic books that you can go in place of. So you just don't make it shitty. I mean, like I said before, like I don't think we touched on topic, but I don't know if people watch the Agatha All Along. Could it tie into that a little bit? No, could it tie in? Like I asked, could it tie into Ghost Rider? Could it tie into bringing his son? I've been seeing that floating around on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I just hope if they do the Midnight Suns thing, please do not look at the game. Look at the comics. Don't do the game.
You're right. No,
We
you're
love
right.
the game.
Stay far away from the game.
Yeah,
Stay far away from the game. Go to the comics for the Midnight Suns. All right. Um,
and
I
also
agree.
like
I agree.
I guess comic not. I guess would make sense. It's gonna be a while because of Marvel's fault, but it'll make sense if he kind of appears Blade somehow.
Yeah. Speaking
But
of
who
Blade,
knows when we get in that?
speaking of Blade, right? Is everybody okay with not seeing Wesley as Blade? I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it because seeing him as Blade in
Oh yeah,
in
Deadpool was they're
Deadpool,
gonna be
Deadpool and Wolverine. It was funny. It was
it
weird.
was
It was almost weird. Like it was almost like he didn't belong.
He didn't,
But
but
it was
we need
I love what he
to.
did. I love what he did with the character there. You know, they changed. It was a different type of Blade,
Mm-hmm.
so they changed his character up just a bit. I felt he did a great job with it,
Yeah,
but and it was funny because that movie was pure comedy. That
it was.
pure comedy. I'd love to see how they're gonna mix Deadpool in with everybody else because everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, you get on my nerves."
Break him. Now, they can't really kill him, or some down the road stuff. I mean, they could. Nah, I can't see that. No, since how well it's confirmed, like only to my knowledge that She Hulk and Bevel can break the fourth wall. So that
Yeah,
could be something. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, Deadpool. I imagine Deadpool would have destroyed freaking Thanos if he was around
Of
um,
course,
back then.
or
So
just got on his nerves. Like, just can't hit him. Can't hit you
yeah,
with the time stone. I can't hit you with the reality stone. I just can't do
yeah, exactly. It would have been great. It would have been great. I would love to
He
see
could
it.
still drop a
Or
planet on him.
I
Deadpool
mean,
still somehow some cartoon shit survive.
Oh, he'll
that's true.
survive.
Now, what
Isn't it
about?
that
Go ahead.
wasn't Deadpool cursed to not be able to die because for
Yeah,
some reason
because Thanos
Death started to like Deadpool, so
hating
Thanos
ass
wished that
Thanos.
Deadpool could never die.
Yeah,
Yep.
comic book wise, yes.
Yep. So, speaking of other characters entering the MCU, the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, um,
And a pimp named Slickback.
Galactus, Galactus. They
Finally,
get Galactus in their first new Fantastic Four movie. The first MCU movie you're bringing Galactus in, the World Eater, immediately. Is that a mistake? Is that something that they probably should have waited on? Maybe
It,
as
it's
that.
going to take too. It takes too much time to explain everything about whatever the story you're trying to tell about the individual characters. You're gonna have to spend so
Mhm.
much time trying to get through that, and then you're telling me they're gonna have time to prepare for Galactus. Oh, my bad. You have to deal with the Silver Surfer first, and then you have to deal with Galactus. Like, what's it gonna
Mhm.
be, a 3.5 hour movie?
Well, for what I've seen, I don't think they're telling a backstory to the Fantastic Four. I think they're opening up with their powers already. I'm not
You
sure
still
though.
have to
Don't quote me on
still
that.
got to build their personalities. Like, I wouldn't even talk about their powers. I'm just talking about like building the characters' personalities. That's why people are so have such an issue with Ironheart because they're like, well, y'all didn't really build the character. Like, it just kind of came in. Hey, this is how she is. Hope y'all like it. Okay, bye.
Well, I think that's why I think the series did a great job building her character and explaining what her
Yeah,
character
but
was throughout the series.
people
But I get what you're saying. To
for
start,
the
they kind of
first two
just
or three
dove in.
episodes, right? It's just like the first 2 or 3 episodes, you kind of just dove in. And a lot of people didn't watch the rest of it. They just by the second episode, they were like, "Oh, I don't like how she is. I don't like her attitude." They didn't give her time to grow. Like the first
Yeah,
episode did not spend a lot of time going through all the other stuff. It's not till like the third or fourth episode that you find out, oh, so this is why she wants to build a suit. Because a lot of people are like, there's no reason she wants to build the suit except for to copy Stark. And I'm like, so you didn't watch past the second episode. Thank you for letting me know.
yes, yes. No, you're right. You're right. But you know what? I think that's one of the reasons why I feel they did this first season first so perfectly because it's her first season. So
This is Jerry
they
Green. What
told the
we do?
story of who she is in this season,
Okay.
and
Happy pre-birthday, Jared.
they didn't
Happy
have her
birthday,
face a
man.
major bad guy, which was huge.
Oh, to Jared
Jared
and
was
his
good,
brother.
my guy.
Don't
Happy
forget his brother.
birthday,
He's a
bro.
twin.
Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Where the party at? Where the party at? All
I was
right.
on the way with a Bacardi at.
You know what I'm saying? I was hoping I threw that up like an alley and you caught it. Thank you. But yeah, I think that's
No,
why I
Jay
think
can't say
for
that.
those
He'd
who
be in trouble.
watched, man, I think for those of us that watched the whole season, we enjoyed the character development and we understood it, right?
Okay.
But there
It's
is
going to be
people
happy birthday
because
for Yolanda, too. She's going to be 27 and a half.
Okay, Miss Yolanda, happy birthday to you too. Happy birthday to you too.
Hey,
I'm gonna
we love
ask
to
you too.
see it.
Where the party at?
Look, more
Don't
summer
bring too much
birthdays.
law
More summer
enforcement
birthdays.
around though.
We need more summer birthdays in here.
So he said we need more summer birthdays. I don't know about all that, man.
What you
Summer it's too
mean?
April
hot.
birthdays is
It's
what
too
you
hot to be
need. That's
having
what you
babies
need.
in the
April
summer.
birthday.
You stay
A
your
nice
ass where you at
calm.
then.
You need a
You
nice
got it.
calm April baby. Okay, I'm the perfect example of a calm April baby.
Yeah.
Listen,
Me, me,
my oldest
Jose,
daughter
and
is yelling
Toast.
at me. My
Well,
oldest
no,
daughter
Toast
is
is a baby.
whispering obscenities in my ear because she's a summer baby. So she was yelling at me. She's like, I take offense to that. Hey, I'm just saying.
So that
The
means
summer,
in October, you was getting freaky like the monsters, huh?
Crazy work.
I get freaky year round, bro. Like
Pause for the poor child.
I
That
ain't
poor
got. Why
child.
do we gotta pause that?
That child is scarred for life hearing what you just said.
No, she's heard much worse for me. I don't. She's old enough. She
That's
understands.
exactly the problem.
She old enough. She understands who I am these days.
This is the youth of the nation being tortured.
She knows who her father is. All right. Okay. So, oh look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Happy birthday. It's
And
a, it's,
then
it's a lot of birthdays tomorrow.
right, and then down the
Somebody
road,
having a party.
like
Whoever having a party, let me know.
and then down the road, my mom's birthday and her daughter's birthday on the same day, and then my grandma's birthday and my son's birthday on the 23rd. So yeah, we just need to throw a big party, man. Just
Yeah, just you know what I'm saying. Throw the party. If if you're too far, I will video conference into the party, bro. I'm
yeah.
all about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can go hang
I
it
don't know if I can make that promise.
up.
If I video conference in, if I video conference in and the food looking good, I'm gonna need me a plate.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
You would melt by
My
the time
video
you
gonna
got
be
there.
on. My chair gonna be spinning, but I'm gonna be knocking at your door. I done took off like the road runner.
Please.
I'm on my way.
By the time he get off the plane, Jay, he gonna melt in that Texas heat.
You're not lying, bro.
it's,
I
it's
gotta get a
not
little
that
private
bad.
jet. Drop me off. Nigga, let me get a helicopter. Drop me off right in front
It
of the
got to
door, bro. I
76
can't.
degrees and Red swore he was dying.
No, no.
Like y'all
I can
feel
handle 76.
it's like
I can
y'all
handle
feel that.
76.
I'm
It's
like,
it's really
man,
80, bro. Once
like,
it hit 80, I get offended. Once it hit 80, I get offended. I'm like, y'all really don't care about big people, do y'all? All right, bro.
nah.
The sun just don't care, bro. The sun just don't care. I swear, every time
The
I walk
sun, the
outside,
sun,
especially if I'm wearing black, right? Say I could be wearing any color. Anytime I walk outside, the sun be like this. Where you going?
the
I'm like,
sun
yo,
helped me
chill, let
melt
me
down
live.
from my 275 to my current weight.
Like, the sun don't like me, bro. I keep it dark in my house. I'm a vampire, bro. Legit. I keep it dark in my house.
So I thought I saw you at Sinners.
Hey,
His truck got
hey,
2.5% tints.
Damn.
yo, I don't like the sun at all. You know what I'm saying? I got special cream I put on to cover me from the sun when I go out. As soon as that start to wear off, I gotta get inside. I'm gonna die.
What was that movie where the
Tis what it
vampire
is.
dude was driving and he had his car was all blacked out and he just had cameras around the car, so he looked at different screens and that joint looked like it was a windshield and whatnot, so he could
I
drive during
don't
the
even
daytime.
know. I don't even know, but it sounds as smart as can be. It sounds smart. I wish. Listen, don't get me wrong. I wish I was born like Blade. I wish I was a day walker, but I'm not, bro. It is what it is. All right, we party at night. You know what I'm saying? Clubs
At
be
least
back.
part I would say part two to get you say have
You know what I'm saying? But all right, so we gonna end this real quick because we coming up on an hour. Give me a quick
What?
rating. Give me a rating, Jay. What do you rate Ironheart? Scale of how many stars do you give it? 5 stars being it was terrific. Nothing was wrong. I'd watch it a
Nah,
billion
I
times
ain't
over.
Man, I ain't gonna say all that, but like I said, I still give it a 4. Still give it a solid 4. Now I don't know why everybody hating though. So man, like I said, good script, good acting, good story, good introduction. To connecting to further stuff that we know is coming down the road, or potential that we know is coming. We're speculating, but yeah, man, the cliffhanger. Everybody loves a good cliffhanger, and that delivered.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Ghost, what about you? What do you give it out of five
I'm gonna
stars,
get that
sir?
thing about 4.17.
Why you always got to be the one with the odd numbers? Four
Cause you
point
gotta
one
you gotta
seven.
shade that joint in just
You
a
All
know,
little bit to make him look the second time.
right, so
Come on.
4.17. I think it's a good number though. I can't believe I'm lower than the both of y'all. I gave it 3.5.
Lord.
Only,
Okay.
listen, only because I
A
like I
three
said
and
I
a
really
half.
liked it. Yes.
That means I wouldn't
Well,
watch it again.
I'll say a 3.75 because I would definitely watch it again. But again, I think as much as they showed us who her character is,
Mhm.
she still
They got
didn't
more work to do.
progress. Yes, they got a lot more work to do because she didn't progress. Because at the end, she made another decision based off what she will want, not thinking how it will hurt the people around her.
Well, she did ask, "Will it only? Are you only worried about my soul, nobody else around me?" And he said, "Yes."
Well, yes, that's the case, right?
So
But
this is that was a
but
lot.
how
Hold on.
does her
You know what?
losing?
I do have a problem. I do have a huge problem. He always says, "Oh, it's something you won't miss," and nobody ever asks, "What the hell am I not gonna miss?" Because I might miss that lasagna in the fridge this goddamn morning. You need to tell me what I'm not gonna miss.
Exactly, exactly.
Hey man,
So my thing is,
any pasta on the second date, always man. I don't care.
my thing is, she's still not thinking about how her
It
mother,
could turn.
her best friend, or any of them, dude, her homegirls, her best friend's brother. You think he wants to see his sister walking around alive after he watched her die? After he went to her
Well,
funeral, he didn't
well,
watch her die, but he
that's
went
the
to her funeral.
thing. That's the thing. She would when she was doing the visualization, they went back to basically before and show it was pretty much showing that pretty much the shooting never happened. So the people around her will not know that they ever missed her, but she'll know, but the people around her won't be privy to the fact that she ever died.
Oh, on
So
some
that's why
Mandela shit.
that's why I was asking, does that negate her stepfather dying because the act of violence that took her life now doesn't happen?
But it does. I don't think it does because that would be giving her two things. He can only
Well,
give her
to
one.
That's just like Men in Black.
well,
Get that?
So that
if
means
her
the act
wish
of
is just
violence
to
would have
keep
still
them,
happened, but her friend wouldn't have been a part of it.
well, I mean that's what I was saying. Is it that the act of violence doesn't happen, or is it that her best friend isn't a part of it? It's two different wishes, and they never really clarify.
But also, what you got to look at also when the friend walks in, she's still figuring out how to do the AI, how to counter the magic of the cape. And that last scene, that's what she's working on. Is trying to figure out the magic from the cape and how it affects the AI in the suit. And then the best friend walks in and she thinks it's AI because the best friend hugged her. She's like, "Wait, why can you touch me?" Remember? So she
But
doesn't
that's what
know
I'm
that the best friend's coming back alive. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't know how to. She still makes this decision, but not knowing all the facts and not knowing how it's going to affect the people around her.
okay. So
Because
the
even if she's
cutscene you're
giving up
talking
her
about,
soul, how's that going to affect your mom when
the
you're sitting here
cutscene that you're
dying and you're
talking about
covered in all
though,
this?
is him showing her this because there's a part where it's him showing her what she wants. This is what it could be, and then there's the after she walks away. Like all the stuff that they're
Yeah, but
showing
we
with
don't
her and
know
her
if
friend
after she walked
is what it
away,
could.
she actually made the deal. They never really said. They didn't show her shaking his hand, so
Right,
we
but that's
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
if
All
you know what I'm saying.
the interaction between her and her friend is Mephisto showing her this is what it could be if you take the deal.
Yeah, I
but they
know.
never show. They don't go back and show the friend after the deal. They're just basically he's showing her this is what your future could be. But once she either takes or doesn't take the deal, they don't show anybody else. They just show her walking away with the lines and shit on her.
Yeah. No, no, no. The lines were on her hugging the friend. That's how you saw the lines. They came. She was hugging the friend, and the lines showed up on her arm. That's what I'm saying. But it could be that could also be a vision. That
Right,
could
that's what I'm
be a
saying. That
vision.
but
Mephisto could be
that
showing her
part,
this is what it could be. But when she actually
right,
left, there was no lines on her. Like they actually didn't
right,
show them at all. After hugging the friend, it faded to black, and the next scene you got was Parker walking into the store. So we don't know if she took the deal or not.
right. That's what
Legitimately,
I'm
we don't
saying.
know. But
Because
what I'm
when the
saying
friend
is,
thing happens, you don't see anybody after that. So you just see her walk away. So the friend when the lines happen and everything, that could still be a vision because she hasn't accepted or declined yet.
yeah. So that's the point I'm making though, because she still to even entertain the idea, right? It's showing that she's still not thinking about the people around her. Because if
Well,
she
you dealing
was,
with
she should know that her mother nor her friends she have left would want her taking that deal, nor would her friend that's already passed.
but you're talking about one of the top dark entities in the world. Even if you don't want to, they can still
Yeah,
project
he has
something so real that
influence.
you right. He can project something so real that you think is there. It was another MCU where they did project where they did that, and the person was like, the projection was so real. I thought it really was that for days at a time, and then it was like, but really, it was just this person messing with my mind. I mean, that's what Scarlet Witch did. She took a
That's
whole
Scarlet
town
Witch.
and
Yeah, I was about to
basically
say
did
that.
that.
Scarlet Witch, yeah. Scarlet Witch did it to a whole town, yeah. And they're saying Mephisto might have had something to do with that series too, but they didn't want it to. The writers said they originally wrote that for Mephisto to have nothing to do with it, even though it hinted at him forever. And I believe in the comics, um, one of her sons is an agent of Mephisto, or something like that. So yeah, but again, good series. That's the reason I gave it a 3.5 though, was because I felt like as much as they dove into who she was and broke down her character, even in her righteous moment toward the end, she still was making decisions that was the same as the ones she started with in the beginning. So she actually had no development emotionally or like mentally as a character. Emotionally, sure, she has some development. Mentally, she's still the same person.
I
So that
got a
was the one
question for
thing.
you.
Go ahead.
I always got you with the hard questions that you could be like, "Eh." So this series or X-Men 97, which one is better and which one has the highest ceiling?
This series, without question.
For
Don't get me
both
wrong. I love
answers?
I love X Men '97. I love X Men '97 because of what it is and what it means to like my childhood and my coming up and everything. But X Men '97 was so rushed that it doesn't give me hope for what the future stories will be. Like all they're gonna do is rush through another season. You know what I mean? So I'm not really like I'm looking forward to the next season of X Men '97, but at the same time I know what I'm gonna get. Whereas with this, there's so many different ways you can go from here, especially with a cliffhanger like they have where you don't know what's what. You don't know if she took the deal because if she took the deal, you got one story path you can go down. If she didn't take the deal, you got another story path she could go down. So
So
and if
Ironheart
she
is
didn't take
better
the deal,
and has the highest ceiling?
who's her next enemy? You know what I mean? Who's she fighting next? Because you started off with the hood, and what happens with the hood next? I mean, Parker showed up in the magic shop. That girl didn't know who he was. That was another mistake she made. She never told any of her friends or family who the hood was. She never mentioned it to them. She never bothered to go point out who he was, anything. Hello, gorgeous.
You
Um,
better answer that.
so so to me, yes, I like it better than X Men '97. Just I feel like I was more into this than X-Men 97 too. And I love that could be because I'm older and X-Men 97 is a cartoon, but I also didn't expect X-Men 97 to, especially after watching the first couple episodes, I didn't expect like long form storytelling where I'm getting this with this series. This, you know what I mean? This series fills that void of long form storytelling, whereas X-Men doesn't. Everything was
I feel
quick,
I
quick,
feel
quick, quick.
X-Men 97 does have the higher ceiling because the characters are already developed. You already know who they are. They have to do a better job of telling the stories and whatnot. But as far as it having X-Men 97 has a chance to be of that, okay, we messed up the first season. We corrected these things. And it could supersede what Ironheart is right now. It has the chance to do all that because you have so much to draw from already.
I get that. Um, I'd have to see it before I could give it that, you know, expectation.
Don't
So if you're
hide,
asking
Jay.
me to
We
give it an
waiting for your answer.
expectation, if you're asking me to give it an expectation, then my expectation right now says Ironheart. But if X-Men 97 comes out and they knock the ball out the park, bro, then that answer could change.
Yeah, I think Ironheart's better. I just think the ceiling overall, X-Men has a higher ceiling just because. I mean, let's be honest. If you get that core X-Men group together, well, of course, my homeboy Colossus, I'm gonna be glued. As long as you can tell a decent story, I'm be like, yeah, yeah, he did that, didn't he?
Well, we already see what they did to my boy Gambit, so I ain't really got much hope. But
Yeah, they definitely made him 1984's soft punk rocker. I don't know what the hell happened. I wanted him to start singing "Take on Me" or something.
bro, they did Gambit.
But in
They
his
did him real
accent,
dirty.
hell no.
Yeah, they did him dirty. And then on top of that, now he's dead,
He's a simp.
which no, he died. But
He
this is
died a
where
simp, not a pimp.
he becomes this is where he becomes one of the horsemen or whatever. So
Hmm.
that's the
Wait, he's gonna get
story
roasted.
path they
Wait,
took
what?
with him.
Pause?
Huh?
I mean,
What?
I just had to pause. You just say he's gonna become a horseman. Like, wait, what's going on here?
Why would you have to pause that? That is literally what they are called.
You need to explain that a little bit better.
No, I don't, sir. That is what they are called. All right. Jay, go ahead. Let him know how you feel about the question he just asked.
I don't feel like I can't really add on too much. I just basically had a whole fan theory, back to back debate. So what the hell am I supposed to say?
Which series do you think is better,
I
and which
guess this
series
is
do
to
you think has
simply
a higher
answer the
ceiling?
question. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I heart. Like I said, X-Men 97. Just to pick it back, just to agree with them. Season 2 has to be better. I mean, it didn't end terribly though. It's just you have to come with it better. Definitely explain why. Not explain, but in my opinion, definitely like bring back Gambit in some way, shape, or form. Because I think that was Reg, correct me if I'm wrong. That was the fourth episode where Gambit died. You know what I'm saying? After that,
Yeah, it was
the
like
third or
the
fourth.
no, it was a little further in. It was a little further in.
Really?
Yeah, it
No,
was a
no.
little further in. It might have been like because what was there? 12 episodes. It might have been 6 or 7. I
Hmm.
remember it being a little further in because they had already did this story with Cyclops and his son being
Cyclops
born.
still sucks, by the way.
Yes, he does. Um, so yeah, this might have been they had did Storm story already. So this might have been like 7,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I'll look it
Hmm.
up right now.
I mean, it's
But
been a
go ahead. I'll
minute.
let you guys
Yeah.
finish.
But nah, but like you said, just the better storytelling on their end. Like now you got Cable. Okay, it's already been 2 years since I watched that. I don't know, but like Ray said, you go Ironheart can go go wherever. That depends on Marvel though, because they have just like DCU, they have the answers in front of them. Just pick one and find the right person to bring that that character to life.
Episode 5.
Bitch face. That's what I'm saying. I know I was really too far off. I'm like, you sure it was
5,
like
yeah.
6, 7?
Yeah, we were both close. I was one too high, you were one too low, or 2
And
episodes
I
too
was
low because you said
correct.
3, right? So yeah, episode 5.
No, I ain't got nothing to say. But yeah, Ironheart definitely was a better show and has more potential.
Okay. All right. Well, Jay, we'll start with you because we know your answer already. Where can we find? Actually, you ain't been streaming in a while. You think because you did them 30 days, you could just take a month off? Well, I ain't gonna let that slide,
Right,
sir.
you just quit on
I
us.
ain't
I
about to
need
say
my
that.
I need
Hold
my
on, bro.
my dosage of positive Twitch streaming.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all think y'all think my stuff is positive. Stuff I be saying. Really.
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen the dangerous adult content that goes on Suge Knight stream?
Bro, your stream is very positive, and not only that, you get a lot of people in there, man, and they all, they all come through happy, showing love. Everybody, break down how good things are going in life. We need that, Jay. We need it. All right.
Hey, hold on. Jay earned that vacation,
I
but that
appreciate
vacation ended, so he needs to get back to work.
Listen, listen, Kay. That's
it.
not. I'm sorry to tell you, Kay, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse at all. Because he didn't have to stream the consecutive. He already did the 30 days. He could have did one time out of the week, maybe even 2. All right. Your quality time is still gonna be the other 22 hours in the day while he streamed for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
He
That's not
said
an
he was
excuse. Don't
distracted.
don't try to make an excuse for that, man. That don't work. That don't work around
Look,
here.
I was distracted because Beauty was her name.
Listen,
Beauty.
that don't mean a dang on thing. I have
There's
Oh,
there's a guy who
my
can't sleep
gorgeous
till
woman
4
lives
a.m. right
at
now.
home with me, okay? And I still find a way to get on here on Fridays and do an hour,
So
which I'm
you're
over
you
right.
said
right now.
You're
what time you
right.
been going to sleep this last week, Rage?
About 3, 4 a.m., bro. 3 or 4 a.m. Yeah.
I ain't seen no YouTube clips drop or nothing like that. But he been up
Yeah,
till 4
3
in
or
the
4
morning.
a.m.
I just, I mean, I got. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Time
I
out.
don't do YouTube clips though.
Speaking of
I don't do
my
YouTube clips.
content.
Red should be
Speaking
dropping
of my
content
content,
left and
I
right.
gave y'all a video. Exactly. I gave y'all a video. Hold on. I did my
I'm talking
job.
about Red. Red's up till 4 a.m. every morning. I ain't
Oh,
seen no YouTube short clips at all.
I don't do YouTube clips though.
and I'm working on one right now. So
I've never done YouTube clips. So what are we talking about?
Look, I said Jay earned his vacation, but he need to get back to work. You said he deserved a vacation. He could have spent 2
All
hours
right,
with
babe.
us, even
Yeah.
though his woman was right there giving him quality time and emotional support, among other things.
Um,
if you watch, well, if you're watching
I
my latest
still
video,
that makes doesn't affect me because I don't do YouTube clips, sir. We know this
Oh, so
already, though.
you could have done a video. You could have done live.
or
I did.
updates,
So the only reason I didn't go live last week was for 4th of July.
You could have streamed that Call of Duty.
Everybody was out. It didn't make any sense to go live. Let people enjoy their family time and their fireworks. So
what,
why
I
would
was
I
at
go
home.
live at that time? I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
When do
But
I go
but
out?
you would have been on the show with me, though. You'd have been on the show with me. I'm
Exactly.
talking about let everybody else enjoy their time. And Jay had already called in saying, hey man, I'm gonna spend time with my lady, man. I ain't gonna make the show. So I said, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll just
Jay, when you still sound like a punk like that? I could you had the Barry White voice before. You see how he made you sound?
I ain't even like that, bro. So so back to where
He
we
gave you
were before he
he
took
gave
us
the
off the
voice of the
rails.
dude from Friday who wanted his chain back.
Jay, Jay, let them know where they can find you, sir.
It'd be more like our bike.
no, no, J6 on everything. Uh, go watch my latest video on YouTube. Me and the missus. We went out for a date. Took a couple clips to the little barbecue spot. If you're ever out in Texas, go check it out for me. barbecue and ice cream. So check out those places. Real wholesome stuff. Try to do the best I can editing. I'm saying I'm not the best, but I do try. As far as Twitch, yes, I did take a week off to spend time with the missus. Very important because I don't get to see her as often, but I will get back to it. I haven't forgotten about y'all. In my positive, content. Man, my stuff ain't positive. And again, I'm still uploading, gaming clips on my Facebook channel or whatever that is, TikTok, wherever I feel that's post worthy. But again, I'm working on I guess a short right now. If I can figure out YouTube short angles or whatever, I'm definitely working on one right now. I'm in the middle of shooting and editing. I've got about the simple Go Peep T series. Still working on that. Something I got to figure out. And I got to buy something in order to make this Panthers WWE video. But common denominator coming to you soon. I'm working on it. Give me some time. I haven't got about y'all Twitch family. Leave me alone.
Just a quick note because you did mention TikTok. I heard a rumor there was somebody finally made a purchase or something. And there's going to be a regular TikTok's going to be getting shut down, kind of, in the U.S. And it's going to be converting to a U.S. version of the app, so you don't have to deal with the Chinese version anymore, which would be a good thing. So if that does happen, that's when I'll be going back to that sort of social media.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good, man. Ready
So no
reaching out
TikTok
to the
here.
masses.
Mr. Ghost, you want to let them know where they can find you, sir?
A6ghost.com, A6 Ghost on Blue Sky, and y'all know
Winning
y'all can
cars
find me
left and right.
on YouTube because I got content from everywhere I done went. But somehow we
He
get some
does.
followers.
He definitely do. It's crazy
So
work though.
I'm gonna have to stick a Linux Small or something to make everybody subscribe on the way out or something.
People ignore that last part, please.
I'm about to
Y'all
lie.
know. Yeah, yeah. We just gotta ignore that
Lie.
last part. Y'all know where to find me here on YouTube every Friday, or almost every Friday. Right? Don't hold me to that. Almost every Friday here on YouTube, Big Boy Talk, where we gonna talk a little bit of everything, and we gonna hang out and have a good time. And that's one thing I can't change about this channel, man. It's
All head host
you
shit.
like it, you like it, you hate it, kick rocks. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.